Time to check in with our old friend Eric July and his various lies. For those uninitiated, Eric is a very successful comic book publisher, but as a writer and an artist, he's fairly mediocre, but he loves to make fun of the Hollywood people and their alleged hypocrisy. So here he focuses on Alan, as well as Henry perhaps pushing too liberal a message outside of their film roles. And I do agree partly with Rick, but then I think he messes up his case. The problem is that Guy Ritchie's ministry did not make a lot of money, and Eric will explain
And
why.
often actor, actress, even with some of the directors, the disconnect between them and their audience and the type of content they produce. Now,
okay, so to be very clear here,
So the center of the focus here is that Alan made some pro BLM remarks. Now, I don't know if he actually likes Black Lives Matter, but he was saying things that were fairly close to the BLM kind of phrases and slogans. Again, he articulated himself pretty well. He said this on Instagram. I double checked the message myself. I had no issue with it. In fact, I support it. However, Eric does make a good point here about how sometimes the messages that actors or directors put out in their public lives doesn't work with the project. There's no problem here with Ministry because it's anti-Yahtzee, so you can kind of see a thread, but yeah, strictly speaking, there's no connection, so some fans may have been turned off. Bigger Guy Ritchie problem that his films only sell here and there. He had a massive hit with Aladdin, but with Ministry, he's run into a wall. He just isn't getting the traction you would have expected. But in terms of the politics, catastrophic mistake. I mean, okay, name recognition we could argue with, but I don't see the Gina Carano factor.
that the person is just Richmond is just he's just so he's oblivious that a lot.
so you don't like the fact that he has the right to free speech. Got it. Make a note of that. Make a note that Eric July does not advocate for free speech. So that means all of the Gina Carano content you made, just throw it out the window. Completely throw it out the window because you support Gina Carano's free speech, but you do not support Alan Ritchie's.
Well, again, I don't like Eric and the way he's gaslighting people and lying about people, and his theories about why Ministry didn't work are kind of weak themselves. But however, I don't see the Gina Carano factor at all. I mean, Eric, yeah, probably is not for free speech, but that doesn't license you to say, oh, Eric is not for free speech. He's standing up for Gina Carano. I mean, devil's advocate, he could just say Gina Carano is a better performer. I think he'd be insane, but he could maintain consistency saying, but Gina Carano cares about her fans. She has a bigger fan base. Cara Dune is a better character than Jack Reacher. I think these would be really insane statements, but no, Eric could maintain kind of consistency. I mean, his whole thing is supporting conservative people and, quote, libertarians. He would say that Gina's message was basically common sense, whereas what Alan is saying is not common sense, right? There's other assumptions you can make. So I don't think you want to trap Eric July into he's against free speech. He's not, right? He's gone after critics. He's tried to get people with copyright notices. But again, being generous, he could maintain, no, he's just protecting his intellectual property. And with Gina Carano speaking the truth, whereas Alan is not speaking the truth. Again, devil's advocate, I think you want to be careful to label him against free speech. I don't think he is for free speech, but he could maintain he's for free speech when it's done by intelligent people who are very conservative and support him. I mean, that's not exactly a very generous position. It's just kind of a tautology. It's very self interested, but it's not logically incoherent. So, why Ministry is doing unwell, I would say it's the Guy Ritchie problem. And why Guy Ritchie is doing not very well is that even his hardcore fans are like, yeah, this stuff is good, but it's not as excellent as it should be. I think that's really what Ministry is suffering from. It's good, but perhaps not good enough in today's marketplace.